Yeah, I should be concentrating on today. You know, today is Vamana Dwadashi, the 12th day of the waxing moon. And there's that waxing moon up there. You know, I can't ever get a good picture of the moon. Yeah, it just it just blurs out. There it is a little bit. Yeah. No, it won't. Doesn't get a good picture of it. Anyways, yeah, Vamana Deva, Jai Vamana Deva. He took his 3 steps and he tied up Bali and took him down to the Sutala. But then he became his guard. I can never understand this. Yeah, he took him down to Sutala. But then Bali said, put your last foot on my head. So, you know, that took everything away, and Vamana is still down there in Sutala with Bali Maharaj's place. But even more than that, today is also the day that, pretty sure, is the day that Vishnu changes position. I was going to try to get the dates and everything, but if everybody remembers, Lord Vishnu, he got married just before Snan Yatra. You know, that's way back in the latter, Snan Yatra was around the 10th of June. So, you know, a little bit after the 1st of June, he gets married. But Jagannath, he gets so involved in taking care of the people and everything, and he doesn't pay him attention to his new wife, you know. So Lakshmi's standing there, but he has to take care of the people. And then all of a sudden he goes on this Snan Yatra, because it's hot time coming. So, you know, Snan Yatra. So he goes over there to take Snan Yatra. He just got through his Chandan Yatra. You know, you couldn't get married during Chandan Yatra, 21 days of Chandan Yatra. Then when you're all prepared to get married, you get married, and then in 3 days you're off to a Snan Yatra, and then he catches a cold. Then, you know, for about, actually it comes out to be about 16 days. So he has a cold 16 days on the 2nd day of the waning moon, right? No, waning moon, pretty sure. Trying to get all this together. Yeah, the 2nd day of the waning moon. So then on the 2nd day of the waning moon, here he is, you know, coming out of everything, you know, and his wife's, you know, like a little bit upset, you know. I can't marry you during Chandran Yatra. Then after that, you come into an Ekadasi and you take care of yourself, and you don't even take care of me. And then all of a sudden you take a snan, and then you get a cold. And man, I don't know how she puts up with it. Then all of a sudden, you know, on the 2nd day of the, you know, the waning moon, the 2nd moon day, it reminds him so much of Radharani when she's in Man. So all of a sudden he has to go to Vrindavan. Take me to Vrindavan. No matter what, take me to Vrindavan. So here he's off. Okay. He goes off with his brother and sister. Actually, he had sent his brother to talk to the Brijvasis, but no negotiation was passed. So everybody said, better we get Subhadra, and she'll be in the first cart, and then Balaram, because he lost with the Brijvasis, he'll be in the next one, and then, you know, Lord Jagannath is the last cart. So we're protecting them in that way. Okay, so now here they are. They're going off to Vrindavan. And then, you know, that's on the 2nd of the waning. Then on the 7th day of the waning, Hair Panchami. 3 days later, all of a sudden it's Hair Panchami, and Lakshmi Devi is getting a little upset with this man. He hasn't even shown up or anything. So he's like, one thing after the other. One thing after the other. Then finally, they get it all together. Yeah, they get it all together. And they finally make it, I think he waits just about a day before Ekadasi, you know? So then after that, he takes off on his cart, and they start their journey back up to the main temple where Lakshmi's probably, just in a fit, And actually, she didn't even want to open up the door right away. So, then, I can't. It would make me too much nervous. So then he finally gets up there, just about, day before Ekadasi, and then usually he has to wait there until Ekadasi and everything. And now you get the no moon, right? So then all of a sudden he's in there after he offers saris to her, he offers rasgullas, but don't ever tell an Orissar person or a Bengali that actually the Bengalis copied the Orissar rasgulla. Yeah, so that's how it is, because that's what they say, that that actually it's a Orissar sweet, and the Bengalis copied it, so it's not their sweet. So Jagannath for centuries has been offering rasgullas to Lakshmi when he comes back to the door, and he has to knock on the door a lot, and he has other people going up knocking and everything, and she allows Subhadra easy, and then somewhat difficult allowing Balaram, and this year I think he stayed out another day. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember it nicely, but I don't remember him going in that day. So then he has to wait until the next day, Oh my gosh. So then he goes in. Now that's bringing us up to the waxing moon time. So all of a sudden, he's only there 15 days with her, and then after 15 days, he takes a rest. That's it. It's 4 days, not 4 days, 4 months, rest. If you were to calculate celestial, or the universe has a time, and that time, equivalent to ours, is 6 months of ours is equivalent to 1 day of theirs. So here we got, and it's 1 day and 1 night. So now he's doing this on the night, right? He's going to sleep on the night time, and this is after Guru Purnim. So he only had about 14 days with her, at the max. Max Jagannath was with her for 14 days. So he might as well, relentlessly do something, for her. She's suffering, just married girl, young girl and everything, and all this, things happening in her life. So when he lays down on his left. Now this is good for us to know too, because we should always lay down on our left, because then all the gases and everything come out of our stomach and everything. And so, so this is the way he is actually looking at her. I wouldn't think that Lakshmi, while he's actually going to sleep, instead of Yoga Nidra, he's going to sleep. I don't think she's just going to keep on massaging his feet, so she's on his left. So here's Lakshmi on his left for 2 months, right? And right now, he just turned over on his right side, okay? So those other 2 months were mostly for her. Now that makes me feel good. At least at bedtime, he's mostly turning to her. So if you calculate things, nobody goes to sleep immediately when the nighttime comes. So the actual sleeping time is only 4 months. It's not going to be 6 months, right, of hours. So already he has gone through half. So we could calculate that a little bit after, midnight, around 3:30. That's Surya Muhurta. So Krishna's playing his flute and everybody comes out, right? And when is the best time? Well, you take a little sleep during the night, you get all rested up, and you wake up, and you go out, So maybe a little bit before Surya Muhurta, they meet together. But for sure in the Surya Muhurta hours, and then in the next Muhurta is more like a calming, like go to the kunja, lay down, rest, and everything. So that's the calming. So instead of being to the left side, he has now gone to the right side, and it's nice to notice this. That if you see some Rangaji, he has his right hand down, like putting it towards the jivas, and also in South India, Padmanabha, he's also has that. So now he is turned right side, and now he is given blessing to the jivas. So now this is important for us, because he has now turned on his right side and is now ready to give benedictions. He still wants, rest and everything, but he's giving benedictions. And in his Krishna Leela, he's out with the gopis and enjoying. So what we would call Brahma Muhurta is his Muhurta that's going to start right now. He's going to start his Muhurta after that. And what is that? The first 15 days of that is worship of the ancestors. So now he's got his eyes towards the jiva. He's giving blessings towards the jiva. And now they're going to do worship of the ancestors. The demigods are all sleeping, but he is still wakeful. And somebody has to be awake, right? And then he's going to accept those offerings, if presented right and everything. So this is a little insight on Lord Vishnu, and how this time period is now favoring the jivas. He's favoring us, especially in this Pitri Paksha. It's called Pitri Paksha. And then of course he kills Ravana in the next Paksha. Oh no, just beautiful, just beautiful. And not, in other words, it's scientific. It didn't even have to say scientific. It's made by him in a certain order, and science follows him. Not that he follows science. Science follows Vishnu. And if you look at his movements and everything, you'll see that that is true in so many movements that he does. So this is, we are studying the science of course, it's Vishnu's love, Krishna's love. We aren't so dumb-headed that we don't know that it's their love. But it's done in a certain way. He follows a certain way of doing things. And when you respect that certain way of doing things, of course you get the blessings. So it's good to understand these things in a detailed manner, so you don't just say, Pitri Paksha, it's coming. No, you say, Lord Vishnu has changed his position, and now he is looking at the jiva. He's not looking on his left side to his wife, but he's looking on the right side to us, the jivas, and others, of course. Okay, we'll end it right there. Hope that some benefit. You can always, give a like. I don't know, my videos are a little bit hard to follow, but you can always give it a like,